Hi, folks. Welcome back to another new day. And 4 or 5 weeks into it, you're doing well if you've got here. That just didn't happen. You made that happen, even though it may have been difficult. You put all your strengths and your powers to get you here. So it's really important you acknowledge that. We're going to move on again now. In the last video, we looked at passive anger. That was when we felt our voice couldn't be heard or wouldn't be heard, and we internalized it in ourselves and found ways of trying to get messages out that were unhappy or angry without actually doing it. And again, now today we're going to look at aggressive anger. It's probably the one we understand most and one that's probably more destructive, particularly to other people, than most. And it's very evident often, you'll see it in aggressive behavior towards partners and all the rest, where we can do really severe damage. So we're going to look again at the different ways we do that. And the first is kind of threatening people, and that can be kind of saying how we can actually hurt them or their property or those they love and care for, or we can point fingers at them or shake our fist towards them, or we can tap our fingers all the time just to really annoy them and get on with that. Or even if we're out and about driving, we can drive very close to somebody just to try and put them under pressure and make them feel as if they're in danger. We can hurt people by, physically, verbally, by using physical force, or, verbally attacking them or trying to humiliate them, particularly in public, or put them down. We can break confidence, as they tell us, and talk to other people about them. We can use foul or degrading language to put them down or make them feel very annoyed or frightened. We can say something like "you're just a bloody faggot" or "a woman" or a teenager or a man. Really, words we shouldn't be using, but putting people down to get a reaction. We can be destructive, and we can waste resources. We can harm people's property, and or we can take to drinking too much just to make a point to others that you're not going to stop me, I'll do what I want. We can be bullying by using threats or violence to get people who are less able to respond to us to do things against their will. We can persecute them. We can push and shove them. We can outshout or shout louder than they can. We can use money or other means to try to oppress them. Again, we can play on their weaknesses, or if we're out and about, even driving, you can try to drive people off the road, or we can then begin to unjustly blame others and saying, it's all their fault, you're making me make these mistakes, or it's you that's getting me angry, or you made me do this. Or even the point to say, well, I don't care what happened or who's done it or started, it doesn't matter, I'm just responding. Or we can turn to be very selfish and really then start ignoring people's needs, or maybe not even responding to them if we know they need help. Or we can, again, if we're out and about, namely in driving where this stuff works out, we can cut in front of people, or we can jump on the queues and stuff just to say, I have a right to do this, don't you stop me. We can be revengeful by being overpowering, or even the refusing to forgive and forget, things from the past, and we bring them up to use them and attack people with them. Or we can just do things out of spite. Or we can then just be totally unpredictable, and have explosive rages over minor things, attack people indiscriminately, or just, dispense punishment out of the blue for no reason. You can just go and use drink or drugs or other things, if they stabilize the mood and say, well, I don't care, and I don't care the impact that has on you. Or even just say, well, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense or nothing, it makes sense to me, so I'll do that. All of those are ways that indirectly we end up attacking people. Now, behind them all, there's a reason and a rationale, and you are the person responsible, and you should take time to find out what is actually going on there. Sadly, too often, as I said, with anger, we blame the person in front of us. We say they're the person that done it, and they get this outburst against us, that kind of really severe damage to people around them, particularly those they're supposed to love and care for. And you have to be always be mindful that when this aggressive anger comes out, there could be children around watching this, and they could be really scared. And it is important that we take responsibility and begin to look at why this happens. In the handout we ask people, you may not do all of this, but you'll do some of those. And the point is, look at those things and try and understand, why do you act in this way when that happens? Because if you go with that aggressiveness display, you will do great damage to the people that you are supposed to love and care for. And in these times, particularly when we're behind closed doors and there is no escape, you can do damage that creates a living hell for those that you're supposed to love and care for. And if that's what you're doing, then you should ask yourself that and say, I need to stop, and I need to stop now. As an organization, we have some programs that can help you to look at that, and you're very welcome always to give us a call. So I will finish as I always finish, and this way is really important, particularly in regards to this kind of aggressive behavior, that you talk kindly to yourself, you treat yourself lovingly and kindly, and more importantly, you realize that if that's how you would like to feel yourself, that you don't inflict this on other people, and that you talk kindly to them, you treat them lovingly and caringly. And the best way you can do that is to look at your own behavior in a real sense, take responsibility for it, and ensure that what you pass on is loving and kind and respectful and caring. Have a good day. I wish you peace, and please, for those who display this anger behavior in this times, please stop and do something about it. Thank you for listening. We'll talk tomorrow.